What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Randy with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you another fantastic Sea of Conquest video today. In today's video, we are covering an in-depth look at the Scepter's skills, and we'll be talking about the optimal build, my recommendations, thoughts, and other theory crafting. So get excited. Let's rock and roll, folks. Here we go. So the Scepter is a ship that is available for my season here in Season 5. I have seen earlier server groups get this ship earlier in Season 3, so it just depends on your luck of the draw when you're going to get this ship. It is available sometime between Season 3 and Season 5, so if you are going to be playing in those seasons, you're going to definitely want this ship. It is an absolute monster. This ship is a unique ship. While every other ship shares the same set of general skills, the Scepter has its own completely unique set of general skills that only are found on this particular ship at this time. We don't know if there'll be more ships in later seasons that will also have these skills, but right now every single skill is unique to this specific ship. So, how do you get the Scepter? First off, there are a few great ways to get the Scepter. You can do squad raids and pick up an entirely free Scepter in the first week of the season through the layer purge, okay? Entirely for free. You can get 20 blueprints and you can craft a Scepter. Your first Scepter is guaranteed to be epic, okay? Your 10th Scepter is guaranteed to be orange or legendary. So for sure, you can get a purple Scepter for free just by doing squad raids in your first week or two. Well, I guess in your first 1 week of the season, okay? In addition, if you want the most valuable pack in the game, for $20, you can get enough materials to craft the Scepter another 10 times, okay? So now you're going to be able to craft it a total of 11 times. That basically guarantees that you get 1 legendary and several purples. That means there's a good chance you'll be able to get this ship in a good spot. Now, if you are going to spend the $20, I have to say the sponsor for today's content, GemZ, can help you get that $20 pack at a massive discount, okay? Closer to $17. Check it out if you're interested. The link to their Discord is in my video description below. Once you have those blueprints, and you can also get the blueprints from different stalls, okay, such as the Cartographer's Corner lets you purchase 3 sets of blueprints. You can craft it 3 more times just by exploring cities, okay. You can get it at the Rogue Retailer, which I'm going to actually purchase right now, okay. And you can go ahead and pick it up on several of these different markets. Where else? That might be it. So there's 3 or 4 different places you can pick up the blueprints for the Scepter, okay? Once you actually have the blueprints, you're going to go ahead and craft one. Now, since you're going to maybe spend $20 and craft a total of 11 ships, you probably want to know what the best skills are. In my opinion, there's 2 types of builds that you're going for, okay? One build is just an overall static, high aggro, high armor setup, and all you're worried about is being the most valuable bait ship you can be, okay? If you're going to be the most valuable bait ship you can be, that means you are potentially doing a decoy flagship where you're putting your flagship high aggro heroes like Ahab, like Obi. They may end up on the Scepter, okay? And you may end up getting as many aggro talents and armor talents as you can to massively boost the amount of tanking that you are going to be doing with this ship. The armor is going to massively boost Obi's effectiveness as well as reduce the damage you take. And overall, high armor is great to have on a tanky ship. The other version of a build here is going to be one that's geared a little bit more towards survivability and actually being useful doing damage in a fight. Okay, so let's talk through the tanking build first. Now, the Ironclad defense is the best ultimate for a tanking build. It gives incredible armor and incredible aggro. It also stacks a total of, at Legendary, 12 times. At Purple, it stacks 8 times. Well, guess what? 8 times 30? That is an incredible amount. I don't even know how much that is. I should probably get out my calculator. 240. I didn't need the calculator. I did it in my head. So you could potentially get 240 aggro with full stacks just from this ultimate. Plus, you will be getting, I said that wrong. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. The aggro is down here. You'll be getting 8 stacks of 12. That's much easier to calculate. 96 aggro in addition to 30 base aggro. I'm just talking about the purple here, okay? So we're going to end up with 126 aggro if you have a purple version of the Ironclad defense. You will also be getting 8% armor, again, stacking 8 times. That is 64% armor. That is incredible. And if you get a legendary version of this ship, it stacks an additional 4 times. So it's really incredible how powerful Ironclad defense is, okay? This stacks every 8 seconds. So you're going to want a longer fight for this kind of setup. The other option is Taunting Mockery. This is going to give you high armor and high aggro. Not quite as much armor as Ironclad defense. And it's not all the time. It only happens when you have a shield. Now, this is really interesting. If you are using Obi on this ship, you have Ahab on this ship, if you have Sacred Guardian on this ship, you have 3 different ways to get shields on this ship. Maybe you have Magnus, and there's a 4th way, right? The Taunting Mockery is better for the shorter fights. It is going to... it's better for the shorter fights, and it is very effective. And there are builds that focus on spamming shields, like the Obi build, like I talked about before, where you could potentially have a lot of damage going out and a lot of shielding at the same time. Okay? So, either Ironclad defense or Taunting Mockery are both great. Longer fights, Ironclad defense is best in slot. Repair damage is terrible. This is a terrible skill. I did some testing on it. Okay, my legendary rolled with this ability, and it barely did 10% of the healing that Cordelia did. Cordelia did 10 times as much healing as I did with repair damage. It was sort of a worthless ultimate, okay? Because it's giving you healing based on your lost HP. Not your total HP, it's how much HP you lost. So unless you're like down at 10% HP, then it'll start healing a big chunk, right? Then you're talking a couple 100,000 healing every time it ticks. However, you have to be hit 12 times for it to happen, and again, it's based on lost HP, all right? The other nice skills here, there are a few other skills that have fantastic aggro here. Okay, where is it? I wish I remembered this. Tactical Display. This is one of the best in slot alternative skills for the sub skills. It gives a static armor and static aggro. This is really, really amazing, okay? Defensive Posture is also really amazing. It gives you incredible armor, but this is a skill you only want if you are going to be doing only tanking on the ship. If you are planning on doing offense, reducing your impact by 15% when you're probably using a tanky ship part set anyways is not that great. Survival Adaptation is interesting since damage over time is a really big deal right now with burning. It is the top damage dealer build in play right now, unless you have a Rinfu build from knife throwing. If you don't have a knife throwing Rinfu build, burning is currently the strongest damage output setup in the game, and being able to reduce the damage by 45% for 5 seconds is a big deal. So this is also a decent ability if you get this, okay? Multi-layered hull is also interesting. Again, this is only if you're going for a straight tank setup. It is going to reduce the enemy's chance to crit your ship by 15. It's also going to reduce your own crit rate by 12, okay? So very nice skill if you're going for straight up defense, all right? In addition to that, we have some other great skills. Now, I really hate these damage-specific skills where it reduces only one damage type. I'm not a big fan of this. I'd rather just see straight armor and aggro or just straight damage mitigation, okay? Like rust-resistant plates, 24% armor. This thing is amazing, okay? Sturdy Kneels, this is also maybe a best-in-slot skill. I mean, 12% HP is incredible. This is a base-level multiplier. So if you can get sturdy kills on your ship, definitely keep that. It's going to be amazing, okay? United Resolve is okay, but I dislike I have it. I would like to roll it off, but this is kind of a mid-level skill. And then Toughened Armor is something I value way more than these flame-retardant waterproof compartments, right? These things that literally just reduce specific damage types. I would much rather have the Toughened Armor to get 10% reduction to all types. Taunting Maneuvers is also really, really nice. Okay, so now that we've talked through some of the skills, let me tell you the 4 favorite skills I have for a tanky setup. Ironclad defense, that's number 1. Okay? Tactical display, that would be number 2. All right? Sturdy keels, that would be number 3. And number 4 is kind of a toss-up between taunting maneuvers and toughened armor, but they're both really powerful, okay? Taunting maneuvers, I would say I value this a little bit higher than toughened armor just because I want to have as much aggro as I can on this ship to really make sure I'm taking all the basic attack damage. I want all the damage hitting this particular ship, and that's where I'm at with my setups. But either one is going to be good. Especially because we have so much aggro from these other couple skills we're talking about, okay? Let me show you the build I'm currently using right now, just so you can see my money is where my mouth is, okay? I have a purple. I am using Ironclad Defense, okay? I am using Tactical Display. Here's 2 of the abilities I told you. I'm using Taunting Maneuvers. That's 3 of the abilities that I told you. And my last ability is United Resolve. This is the one I would like to roll off the ship. Unfortunately, I had to roll a different skill. I had a terrible skill that I actually re-rolled to get Tactical Display. So I'm a little bit upset that I can't re-roll United Resolve, but I have 3 out of the 4 of those skills that I told you I really wanted. And United Resolve is not bad. It is not a bad idea to have armor and also increase the amount of healing you receive, because that's an end of equation multiplier. If Cordelia is doing 100k healing, I'm going to receive 107k on this ship. So it's very interesting, end of equation multiplier, not bad. And as you can see, I'm using Ahab, Obi, and Magnus. And because I'm using 2 high aggro trinkets, even if you have these at just 40 aggro because they're the purples, it's fine, okay? Having all this aggro I have right now, I have 88 here, okay? I have another 88 here. It's 176, okay? Then I have the aggro here, just a straight 30, plus it stacks, right? But now I'm at 206, just straight. I'm just talking about aggro the second I start a fight. I'm at 206 aggro. Then I have another 40 here. Now I'm at 246 bonus aggro, okay? And another 60. I'm now at 306 bonus aggro on this ship. So this ship almost always takes the basic attacks instantly in a fight. No questions asked. It does not lose basic attack aggro until some of the other ships start to really outdamage it, okay? So this ship is going to do its job. And the fact that it's not my flagship and it's generating this much aggro means it's going to help my flagship live for a long time as well, okay? Then we have the Ahab combination here, dropping incredible shields every couple seconds, okay? We have Obi massively reducing the damage that this ship takes. All right, and then Magnus. If you don't have Magnus, Agnes is a stellar option here, okay? Agnes is a great option because she's going to reduce the amount of damage you take from basic attacks significantly. She's also going to give you additional aggro. So if you're a running Agnes, you could have 326 aggro on this ship, take 15% reduced damage from basic attacks, and have an incredibly high damage and damage reducing ultimate, okay? I actually think Agnes is really good here. And if I wasn't actually a little bit behind on leveling my heroes, I would probably level her up for a video. So that is the Scepter, folks. Sacred Guardian is going to be really, really valuable, especially if you're using the shielding ultimate. However, there is a lot to be said about using Shelter of Yamada on this ship. Since this ship takes so much damage right away, having this 6-second uptime of 35% reduced damage taken is a really big deal. So this is something to really think about. If you don't have Sacred Guardian and you're not using the shielding skill, okay, if you're using Ironclad Defense, then you can easily use Shelter of Yamada and have it be just as effective, if not more effective, honestly, in some instances, okay? So that is the Scepter video, folks. If you have enjoyed today's video, please feel free to like and subscribe, okay? And again, the goal with this ship is to have an incredible amount of armor, an incredible amount of static aggro. That way I take all the damage first. Thank you, GemZ, for sponsoring today's content. Randy, out.